So hello and welcome my friends. Once again your Sandeep sir with you. Now you should watch this video till last so you will be able to understand about the laboratory apparatus. And now what is a laboratory apparatus? Laboratory apparatus is the tools. What is tools? Say in the social life, in the ancient people only met one with another, that was the social relation. After that the postcards and lettering system was came, and nowadays you are using much tools like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and these are the tools of your social relation. Now you go to the main chapter, that is laboratory apparatus. So first is the beakers. Now what is beakers? Beakers are the small containers made up of glass. These are using for the pouring purpose and for the mixing purpose. These are mainly from 25 ml to several liters. And there is a graduation also you can find, but these graduations are not for the measurement, not for the measurement of the accurate fluid. This is a rough measurement, and its names like beakers because it has a beak-like aperture, beak-like approach. So the next is the cylinders. Cylinders has the cylindrical shape. You must know which has a firm bottom, and the cylinders are mainly volumetric or graduated. Now what is volumetric and what is graduated? Volumetric means that there is many examples here. The volumetric means you can measure the final volume. Say if you take a 100 ml, 100 milliliter volumetric flask or volumetric cylinders, you can measure only 100 ml. But if it is graduated, you can measure any volume in between that from 0 to 100. Now, these are mainly from 50 milliliter to 500 ml. This much is required in our medical laboratory only. Now the glass cups, and these are for the mixing of very small volume. And this is also, there is a graduation, but this is for the rough measurement. Now the petri dishes. The petri dishes are a combo of two dishes. One is the small and one is the large, just put into it. And the small just covered by the small. The small is in the bottom when we use it as an in wet environment. Wet environment, sometimes we require a wet environment. That means a slide may be dry due to our dry weather. So to avoid the drying of the slide, we have kept the slides into the petri dishes. Before that, the petri dish is sweated by wet cotton, and the other purpose is the main purpose is the bacteriological culture. That is the culture of bacteria. So during the culture of bacteria, the position is just inverted. The small going to the top and the large going to the bottom. Whereas in the wet environment, when we require it, the bottom is in the small is in the bottom, whereas the large is on the top. Now the flask. Flask may be with or without cork. The flask is the main for the purpose of reagent mixing. Sometimes we need to mix reagents or reconstitution of the reagents, heating the reagents or cooling the reagents. This time we are using many type of flasks. These are mainly final volume, that is volumetric flask. These are mainly flat bottom. The bottom is the flat, or whether the bottom is the round, called round bottom flask, or a conical shaped flask called conical flask. Now 6 is the bottles. Now you can say, what about the bottles you are going to tell? Now bottles is the sample collection. Bottles are the main purpose. That is the one of the main purpose. That is the sample collection. Sometimes we need a large volume of urine samples, and when a large volume of body fluids are drained from the body, these are collected in sample collection bottles. All bottles should be along with the cork. There is a reagent bottle up to may be up to several liters. Mainly these reagent bottles are nowadays not much in use because the kit concept we are adapted already. And the dropper bottle, it is still in the practice now. The dropper bottle is for the purpose of pouring drops, especially during the staining of the slides. We use much dropper bottles. Now the funnel and filter papers are along with, because that the funnel mainly we are using for the pouring purpose, not for the other purposes. Mainly the funnel use is the filtration purpose. During filtration we just fold a round filter paper into four fold, one like this lateral and one like this upward, and after that it unfold and put into the funnel, and we can filter from here. Now the filter papers are the most essential part of our laboratory. In the laboratory grade, mainly in the medical laboratory grade, there are some unique number containing filter papers. That is, we are commonly Wattman number 1. Wattman is the brand name, and number 1 is the unique number. The number based on their force measurement, like your all are now we are asking for N95 mask for corona. That is depends upon the only N95 means the pores in the N95 is so small that 95% virus can be resisted by the pores. So the pores is the main concern over here. So according to the pores, the filter papers are numbered accordingly. So about the tray is for the presentation, mainly the presentation purpose. Like you have nothing to present, but when you go to collect a blood from a ward, or you orient your table, the working table, on a tray, the small things collectively in the tray. For the purpose, the presentation, the tray are made up with, earlier it was with Hindelium, now aluminum and steel trays are available. It may be large, small or medium size. The special type of tray is the kidney tray, that is a bean shaped tray. It is mostly used in the ward, medical wards, surgical wards. Number 9 is the stands. We require some stands like pipettes, all such glass pipettes and auto pipettes. We stand over there because to dry the pipettes, and the ESR stand. ESR means, ESR is a common test name, you must heard about that. The ESR means erythrocyte sedimentation rate. So if you want to measure the sedimentation rate of the blood, that is the RBCs, so you must stand the blood. Before you measure that, you should have to stand the blood. So then you can measure. So stands, the pipette stands and ESR stands are mainly requirement of us. Next, the laboratory clocks. Laboratory clocks are mainly with ringing bells, because sometimes the test is so longer that after suppose that you take the reagent number 1 and you mix with blood in that, and after that according to the literature they ask for the 15 minutes or 1 hour incubation. After that incubation you have to mix the reagent 2, and after that again incubation, and you again to measure the final reading. In this time we use some analog clocks in the laboratory that called laboratory clock, that after when you set the clock after 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever your requirement, the clock will ringing. Nowadays you can use your mobile, somebody use their mobiles for the ringing purpose, that is the alarm purpose, and digital clock is also available nowadays. Next, the lab counter is laboratory counter for the counting of different type of cells. Like we count earlier like that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 like that by manually. After that like a typewriter, there is a typewriter called the lab counter, typewriter like appearance. Nowadays many apps are available in the Google Play Store. Later I will say about the apps that you always available in your Google Play Store. These apps is now useful for the different types of cell counting. So next is the slides and cover slips. Slides is the transparent fine glass, rectangular glass piece is called the slide. You must see that, and it should have a good polish in the both sides to avoid the scratchings. A small scratch in your microscope may appear as a artifacts. So the transparent glass slides. After that, somewhere we need some concavity slide. There is a groove in the slide, because if we need more than 2 or 3 drops of the samples or mixed samples, then it could be way out. To avoid these things, we use the concavity slides. Next, we use some color background slides. Whenever a reaction is occurring in a coloring manner, like a agglutination, like a flocculation, but it has a unique color. So if these are mainly color background slides are mainly supplied by the different companies according along with your kits. And the color background size, if it is white color background, so definitely the other colors other than the white will be the reaction or the reagent colors, that may be black, that may be red, that may be green. And sometimes we use black color background slides, so when our reactions are in white. To see the reaction, we also use some hand lens, that is the both side convex lens. And the most important thing, the 13th number point, that is the test tubes. It may be with rim or without rim, that is, there is a rim, there is without rim. The test tubes are in different size, small, medium, large, and there is some special test tubes that is main use, that is the centrifuge tube. This is a conical shaped tube. This is for the centrifugal purpose, to accumulate the constituents of the floating constituents of some fluid or some blood or some urine. We accumulate it and collect by centrifuge tube. And among the special tubes, there are sample collection tubes. About the sample collection tube, I will elaborately discuss. We will elaborately discuss in the chapter anticoagulant. And after that, the Foley-Nutt tube. This is also backdated tubes. Earlier, by this tube, we are doing blood sugar at that time. The Sallis tube at that time, it is also very backdated. At that time, we are doing for the hemoglobin testing, the Winthrop's tubes for the hematocrit test, that is the hemogram, or other word it may call packed cell volume, and other Khan tube. Khan tube also a small conical tube, but it is now a backdated concept. Now the pipettes. Among the pipettes, most pipettes are, these pipettes are up to the special, that is the volumetric, graduated, pass-through and special pipettes. These are all glassmate pipettes. And the volumetric pipette, you can understand the volumetric is help you to measure the final volume. Now what is a pipette? Pipette is a long narrow channel that is open by both end, open in the both end. And in the earlier concept, there was the mouth pipetting. to suck some reagent, to suck some blood, to pipetting some blood or reagents, we collect the blood or reagent by sucking. After that, the teat concept was came, and nowadays the pipette pump concept is pipette pump. By the pipette pump, it allow you to collect 10 to 100 ml, that large volume of fluid. This is a large volume in the sense of laboratory. And the volumetric pipette, it may be normal, like this normal volumetric pipette, and this is valvular. Valvular, there is a valve in between that the pipette. The graduated pipette, graduated means by this graduated pipette, if you take a graduated pipette and if you take a volume like a volumetric pipette, if a volumetric pipette is 1 ml, then you can measure only the 1 ml. Not in between that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, like not like that. But in the graduated pipette, if it is 1 ml pipette, you can measure any volume in between that, 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, any volume you can measure by that. And Pasteur pipette is a unique pipette by the name of Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, this is a pipette that is open in the both end. This end we put a teat over there, and this part is called the nose part. This nose part is so long because to deliver some fluid in a very narrow test tube like Winthrop's tube. So this is very delicate Pasteur type of pipette. This Pasteur pipette many times it can be broken. Now the among the special type of pipettes, there are Western green pipette, that is for the ESR test. That is the Salis pipette, that is to measure a unique volume, that is 0.02 ml or 20 microliter of blood. WBC pipette, that for the counting of total number of WBC. RBC pipette, that is the use for the counting of the total number of RBC or like that. And there is now the concept of auto and micro pipettes. Auto pipettes or micro pipette, whatever you can tell. Auto pipettes and micro pipettes are generally of mainly two types. Either it is single channel or it is multi-channel. Single channel, by the single channel you can measure a definite volume in a single, that is tips, in the tips. But in the multi-channel, that is like that a multi-channel, if you set a 200 microliter in a single channel, you can peep up only 200 microliter in the single channel. But in the multi-channel, the channels may be up to 8 or 12. That is mainly used in the ELISA tests. So in the multi-channel pipette, if you adjust the pipette in 200 microliter, you can peep up fluid in all the 8 channels at a time. All the 8 channels will peep up 200 microliter each. So to peep up like by the multi-channels, the reagent, if you collect from a reagent bottle, only you can use the single channel pipette, because the single channel pipette only can, here you can insert only the single channel, but a multi-channel pipette is quite wide, so you can't collect the fluid or the blood or the reagent not from this type of bottle, so we need a reagent boat. It's a boat shaped container, that from there we collect from the reagent boat by the multi-channel pipettes. And it is mainly fixed volume or variable volumes. Now what is fixed volume? If you purchase a 100 microliter pipette, you can measure only like that. That fixed volume is the volumetric, is the concept of volumetric. You can only measure only 100 microliter, not any figure in between that. From 0 to 100, not you can measure. You can't measure. But by the variable volume, you can measure in between that in every volume. Like if you purchase a 50 to 200 microliter, then you can measure 50, 51, 52, 53, like up to 200. If you purchase a 100 to 100,000 microliter, you can measure in between that 100, 110, 120, 130, like that, up to 1000 microliter you can measure by that. And some attachments are need for that, that is the auto and micro pipette tips. Tips are the unique type of plastic made things that is the attachment for the tips, and tips are mainly it is used as a disposable article, because the tips, we are using tips to avoid the contamination, not only the your samples, not your and other patient samples, not there is also contamination. So avoid this contamination, and also the reagent contamination. Reagent can be if a kit contain 2 types of reagent, 1, 2 or 3 like that. If you do not change the tips, your reagent may be contaminated. So the tips is the concept of disposable article in the laboratory. So I think you must learn about that apparatus do you need in the laboratory in the next days when you came to the industry. And we in the next chapter, that is 5 ABC, is the practical chapter about these things, about this laboratory apparatus. So friends, I request you must subscribe me, share me, like me, and click the bell icon. So goodbye today.